The next important sum is in triangle PQR, right angled at Q, PR plus QR is equal to 25 centimeter and PQ is equal to 5 centimeter. Determine the values of sin P, cos P and tan P. Sin P, cos P and tan P. Now for that you require one right angle triangle PQR. Angle Q is 90 degree. Okay. Now he is saying PQ is 5. PR plus QR both together is 25 centimeter. So here I have written PR plus QR is equal to 25. Therefore what is QR? Shift PR. 25 minus PR. Now apply Pythagoras theorem for this right angle triangle. In right angle triangle PQR, angle Q is equal to 90 degree. So square on the hypotenuse PR square is equal to sum of the squares on the remaining two sides. PQ square plus QR square. So PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square. PR square is equal to PQ 5 square plus QR we have got here 25 minus PR the whole square. Now PR square is equal to 5 square is 25 plus you should apply A minus B whole square formula here. So we have to use A minus B whole square formula here. A square plus B square minus 2AB. So that is what we are using. PR square is equal to 5 square is 25 plus A square 25 square plus B square PR square minus 2AB. 2 into 25 into PR. 2 into 25 into PR. So PR square is equal to 25 plus 25 are 625 plus PR square minus 25 2s are 50 PR. Now we will shift 50 PR this side, PR square this side. Okay, when 50 PR minus 50 PR comes here, it will become plus 50 PR is equal to 625 plus 25. 650, these two I am adding. Plus PR square. When this is coming here, this will become minus PR square. Plus PR minus PR is cancelled. Now I want the value of PR. Shift 50. PR is equal to 650 by 50. 0 0 cancel. 5 1s are 5. 5 3s are. Therefore PR is equal to 13. Now we got PR 13. Now I should find QR. Find QR, use this formula. Therefore QR is equal to 25 minus PR. 25 minus 13. 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. 12. So QR is equal to 12. So I got QR also is equal to 12. Now I have to find sin P, cos P, tan P. So what are the three questions I have to find? First question, sin P. Sin P means sin P is opposite by hypotenuse. Next, second is I have to find cos P. Cos P is adjacent by hypotenuse. Third, I have to find tan P. Tan P means opposite by adjacent. So we will take the help of the diagram. Now you can see opposite is QR, hypotenuse is PR. So QR by PR. What was QR? QR is 12, PR is 13. So 12 by 13. Now what is adjacent? Adjacent is 5. Hypotenuse is 13. So adjacent is PQ. Hypotenuse is PR. Therefore 5 by 13. Now tan P is opposite by adjacent. Opposite is QR. You have here only. Adjacent is PQ. So therefore it will be 12 by 5. So I got sin P, cos P, tan P. If angle A and angle B are acute angles such that cos A is equal to cos B, show that angle A is equal to angle B. For this I need a diagram. I will take triangle ABC. Okay. Now angle A, angle B is acute angle. So our solution starts like this. Let us consider, okay, let us consider the triangle ABC. Okay. So here what I have taken, A and B are acute angles. CD is perpendicular to AB. CD is perpendicular to AB. Now, what is the condition given to us? The condition is cos A is equal to cos B. What is cos A? Cos A is here. Adjacent by hypotenuse. What is adjacent? Adjacent is AD. Hypotenuse is AC. Is equal to cos B. For cos B, adjacent is BD. Adjacent is BD. Hypotenuse opposite to 90 degree, that is BC. So cos B will be equal to BD by BC. Now what I will do? I will shift the hypotenuse on one side. So by cross multiplication, what I can do? AD by BD is equal to AC by BC. This is by cross multiplication. I got AD by BD is equal to AC by BC. So now what I'll do, let this AD by BD is equal to BC by AC by BC equal to X. Some unknown X I will take. Okay. So now what I'll do? Now what happens? AD by BD is equal to X and AC by BC is equal to X. So therefore definitely I can get the value of AD by cross multiplication, that is BDX. BD into X. And here what happens for AC? It is nothing but BC into X. So we'll use it in the later stage. I'll call this as equation 1. Okay. So now we'll apply Pythagoras theorem. Now what we have to apply? By applying Pythagoras theorem, by using Pythagoras theorem, for two triangles. That is, this is triangle number 1, this is triangle number 2. Triangle CAD and triangle CDB. Two triangles we have. So first triangle we'll take, that is in triangle CAD. You can notice angle D is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, according to Pythagoras theorem, AC square is equal to AD square plus DC square is equal to AD square plus CD square. Now what you can do, because CD is common to two triangles, so I will find CD square, so I will shift this AD square here. So this will become AC square minus AD square is equal to CD square. We will find the second equation. In triangle CBD, again D is equal to 90 degree. You can notice in triangle CBD again D is 90 degree. So therefore when you apply Pythagoras theorem, it will become BC square is equal to BD square plus CD square. BD square plus CD square. Again shift BD. So what you will get? BC square minus BD square is equal to CD square. Now you can notice CD square, isn't it? You have got CD square. So therefore, what I can do, I can equate both. So this will become AC square minus AD square. Don't write CD square. Instead of that, write this is equal to BC square minus BD square. So now what we will do, in place of AD, you can introduce BD. In place of AC, you can introduce BC. Now AC, what I should write? BC x the whole square minus, in place of AD, what I should write? BDX the whole square. In place of AC, I will write BCX the whole square minus, in place of AD, BDX. So BDX whole square is equal to BC square minus BD square. Now here the square belongs to both. So BC square x square. Square belongs to both. BD square x square is equal to BC square minus BD square. So what is common? X square is common. Remove x square. BC square minus BD square. Close the bracket. Is equal to BC square minus BD square. Now I want the value of x. So shift this to the right hand side. Where it will come? It will come to the denominator. BC square minus BD square. So BC square minus BD square. BC square minus BD square is cancelled and you will get 1. So therefore x is equal to square root of 1. X square is 1. Therefore x is equal to 1. So what is the value of x? X value is 1. So now you have to see here. AC by BC is equal to x. Now I got the value of x as 1. AC by BC is equal to x. But what is the value of x? Is 1. Therefore what I can say? AC is also equal to 1. BC is also equal to 1. Therefore I can say AC is equal to BC. So now in this triangle I got AC is equal to BC. What is the meaning? ABC is an isosceles triangle. When AC is equal to BC, therefore the angle opposite to BC, that is A, the angle opposite to AC, that is B, are equal to one another. Isosceles triangle property. So by using isosceles triangle property, we have proved angle A is equal to angle B. 10th question is, state whether the following are true or false, and we have to justify with our answer. The first question is, the value of tan A is always less than 1. Just to find this is correct or wrong, let us consider a right angle triangle. That is, in triangle ABC, angle B is equal to 90 degree. If angle B is 90, because he is asking tan A, acute angle is A. Angle A is acute. Okay. So therefore, AB will become adjacent, BC will become opposite, AC is hypotenuse. We know the tan A ratio, opposite by adjacent, that is BC by AB. BC is 4, AB is 3. So when you divide 4 by 3, you will get 3 ones are 3, 1 remainder 10, 3 threes are. So what this is showing? Tan A is greater than 1. Greater than 1. Therefore, value of tan A is always less than 1 is false statement. Is false statement. It is a false statement. It can be greater than 1. We have proved already here. One more statement. Secant A is equal to 12 by 5 for some value of angle A. We have to justify whether this statement is true or not. So therefore I need one more triangle. So what is that? In right angle triangle ABC, angle B is equal to 90 degree. Angle A is acute. Therefore AB is adjacent, BC is opposite. What we have here? Secant A is equal to 12 by 5. What is the secant ratio? That is, secant is hypotenuse by adjacent. Secant is hypotenuse by adjacent. What is hypotenuse? AC. What is adjacent? AB. So therefore, AC is 12, adjacent is 5. Now we have to check BC. BC should be less than hypotenuse, then the statement will be true. So therefore I have to apply Pythagoras theorem. What is that? AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. What is AC square? 12 square. What is AB square? 5 square. BC square I have to find. Now shift 5 square. 12 square is 144. When you shift 5, it will become minus 25 is equal to BC square. 144 minus 25 is 119 is equal to BC square. So, if you want BC, therefore, BC is equal to square root of 119. So, the value of BC, 10 tens are 100. So, therefore, the value of BC is 10.9. So, the square root of 119 is 10.9. So, here it is clear that BC is 10.9. Therefore, hypotenuse is the longest side. Therefore, hypotenuse is the longest side. With measurement of 12 centimeters. So therefore what you can say, the given statement is true. Therefore the statement is true. So we have justified and we have found that the statement is true. The third statement, cos A is abbreviation used for the cosecant of angle A. We know that the abbreviation of cosecant of angle A is cosec A. Therefore what happened? The given statement is false. The next is cot A is the product of cot and A. We know that cot A is abbreviation of cotangent of angle A. It is not the product of cot and A. Therefore, statement is wrong. Therefore, statement is false. Therefore, it is a false statement. The next statement is sin theta is equal to 4 by 3 for some angle theta. So, first we will see sin theta is equal to 4 by 3. That is given. What is the ratio of sin theta? Sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse. So here we know that hypotenuse would always be longer than other two sides. But here you can notice hypotenuse is lesser than opposite. You can notice hypotenuse is lesser than opposite. So therefore we can say sine of any angle can never be greater than 1. Can never be greater than 1 because hypotenuse is always greater than opposite side. Hypotenuse is always greater than the adjacent side. In any given triangle, in any given right angle triangle, hypotenuse is the longest side. hypotenuse is longest side. Therefore, sine can never be greater than 1. So what we can say? Statement is false. Statement is false.